Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 6.
A group is using social media to try and take down a local dog breeder in Detroit Lakes. Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. We first told you about Renner's Kennel and breeder Michelle Sonnenberg a few months ago when they made the horrible 100 puppy mills exposed list.
That report came from the Humane Society of the United States. Now there's a Facebook page trying to shut them down, and the county says they are looking into it.
Valley News Team's crime and safety reporter Nicole Johnson investigates after a viewer contacted our whistleblower hotline.
Over 1,000 people share the same concerns about these dogs, and they are posting them on this page. Shut down Detroit Lakes puppy mills. It's referring to Renner's Kennel and breeder Michelle Sonnenberg. The person who runs this Facebook page wouldn't talk to us on camera, but you can read dozens of comments from supporters sharing inspection records with violations, these pictures, and personal experiences they say need exposure. Last time we paid a visit to the kennel, we were told to leave the property and not to come back. This video we shot a couple months ago. The USDA says Sonnenberg is a repeat offender with citations ranging from pests to unclean water and unfit housing for the dogs.
Any kind of animal cruelty is just not acceptable.
Becker County Planning and Zoning Administrator Eric Evenson Martin says the county has been checking into Renner's Kennel after receiving calls from concerned people.
Their only requirement is that they get the licensure from the Board of Animal Health.
He says their hands are tied. They have certain rules about kennels, but this one was around before they were set.
At this point in time, because the facilities you talked about are grandfathered in, there's probably not an awful lot we can do. It kind of fall back on the state to take care of them. But moving forward, I believe the county board is open to taking a look and seeing if there is a different role that the county can play.
Evenson Martin says Becker County officials plan on discussing more strict rules about kennels, something those concerned on Facebook are asking for. Nicole Johnson, Valley News Live.
The last time we tried to speak with owners of Renner's Kennel, they directed us to the president of the Cavalry Group, a group that protects and defends animal businesses. She hasn't returned our phone call. But last time she told us that the kennel fixed all the problems that the USDA found, adding groups like the Humane Society of America are trying to make breeders look bad. Also, we would like to point out the county says a veterinarian paid the kennel a visit a few weeks ago and found no problems.
The snow has fallen, more in some parts of the valley than others. Let's head over to Hutch Johnson to see if we should be expecting to get any more. Hutch, what about those temperatures too?
Well, we're expecting temperatures to start cooling off with the north winds continuing to be gusty, but the snow, after falling throughout the early morning hours and pushing up north, is continuing to wrap into the valley now. Cass County, Clay County, and up toward Grand Forks County, seeing some snow bands move through. Expect reduced visibilities, and mainly north of Interstate 94, we could see a little over an inch, maybe 2 inches of additional snow as this continues to wrap up throughout the evening. There were just some cancellations or expirations, I should say, of the winter storm warning, but it continues until midnight for the northern valley. A winter weather advisory for the rest of us as this storm winds down. And from very early today, we had measurements already well over 6 inches. There's about 8 inches there from the Griggs County area. And how about Park River? Reports from your area of around 10 to 10.5 inches of snow. Does look like it's winding down, but travel will remain tricky. The wind will be with us overnight, and the very cold temperatures will move in. I'll have details on all of that in your hour-by-hour forecast in just a few moments.
You can already feel that cold taking hold.
It is.
All right, thanks, Hutch. Now, stay up to date on all the weather conditions anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Just search VNL Weather in the App Store. Now, taking a look at the current road conditions, here is the North Dakota map. Yellow is ice-compacted snow, as you can see in the central area. It's looking more like that, and the purple lines there are showing some snow-covered roads up in the northeastern part of North Dakota. Western part, not so bad, but the eastern is going to be some slow going. As we go over into Minnesota now, as you can see on the north central and the northwestern side, it's not looking so good. A lot of those roads are either partially covered or completely covered, so be careful when you're in that part of Minnesota. You can take a look at these maps at valleynewslive.com. Click on the weather tab, then road conditions. That's where you'll also find today's school delays or closings under the weather closing banner on our homepage.
In the middle of last night's snowfall, 2 young boys went missing. It prompted a frantic door-to-door search in West Fargo. Their mom waited to call police after she tried to find the boys on her own. A local daycare director advised parents to get authorities involved immediately when you can't find your kids.
Whether it's an Amber Alert or a be on the lookout alert, that type of thing needs to get out there in the really serious situations. I know we all want to think that it wouldn't be that serious, and hopefully it isn't that.
Just before the kids were found safe, West Fargo police say they were minutes away from activating the child abduction response team. No Amber Alert was issued because the situation didn't meet the very specific criteria.
Moorhead police made a drug arrest today after receiving numerous calls about a suspicious vehicle. 45-year-old Reginald Carson is in jail facing charges for the sale of controlled substances. Police say when they patted him down, they found a large knife on him and Carson attempted to run. Police also found 19 grams of meth with a street value of $4,000. Carson is also facing charges for fleeing on foot and was cited with an open container violation.
A Fargo man is in the Clay County Jail tonight after leading police on a chase between Fargo and Moorhead early this morning. Police say Wyatt Larson was driving in the wrong lane and ran into several signs. Stop sticks were laid down, which stopped Larson's car. Police say he became belligerent and they had to use pepper spray and a taser. Larson is facing third-degree DWI charges. Authorities say they believe he was under the influence of meth.
The body of a 26-year-old man found dead in a bathroom at Columbia Mall today has been identified as Michael Hall of Grand Forks. Officers and paramedics arrived to discover an unresponsive man on the bathroom floor. Grand Forks police say that no foul play is suspected and an autopsy is being conducted to determine the cause of death.
Many Muslims in Grand Forks say a recent arson at a Somali coffee shop may have been prompted by racist beliefs. The president of the Grand Forks Islamic Center says everyone needs to have a better understanding of one another. Nabil Suleiman says that Islam is all about peace and doing good for your family and humanity. Suleiman says that they have had several instances of people driving by the Islamic Center and shouting obscenities and yelling, "Go home." He says those are people who just don't understand Islam.
What would you say if an extremist tried to join your center here?
He or she is not welcome. We preach what we think is the Islam that I don't like to have labels, moderate, extreme Islam. What we are practicing is Islam.
Suleiman adds that the word Islam stands for peace. For more information regarding the meaning of Islam, go to valleynewslive.com and click on this story.
A burglar has stolen Christmas from a Red Lake Falls grandmother. Here is a picture of her, Lorraine Benoit. Someone broke into her apartment and took all the Christmas presents that she's been buying all year long for her grandkids, children, and friends. Several other items were also taken from the apartment. And she also just lost her husband because of medical issues. She's well known around the Red Lake Falls area, working 2 to 3 jobs around town. Now, a GoFundMe page has been set up to help replace the stolen presents. If you want to help out, you certainly can. Go to valleynewslive.com, click on this story, and we have a link to the page there.
Some of the best holiday memories involve the meals we share with family members. Later on Valley News Live at 6, how hundreds of families in need can count on having a ham dinner this year.
Flakes focusing on the central Red River Valley as we head into the evening hours. Additional accumulations are possible. Slippery roads are likely. Details in your hour-by-hour forecast shows some cold change. They're next.